I'm gonna give you guys some NoFap tips today. These are gonna be kind of non-conventional, and they're not gonna be what you normally hear, like your standard cold showers, download a porn blocker, etc., count days, streaks. So my first tip to you is to actually have meaningful failures. Now this might seem counterproductive, kind of like an oxymoron. Be like, what? Have meaningful failures? What the fuck does that even mean? You're telling me to fail on NoFap? You're telling me to relapse? And yeah, actually, I am telling you to. I'm not telling you to relapse, but I'm telling you when you do, like a ride in that pain, a ride in that like feeling of defeat, just being a fucking loser. Those kind of failures like propel you forward, and they actually help you have longer streaks, if you count streaks, and longer days without relapsing. So my first tip to you is to just have meaningful failures. Let your failures sink in and just make you feel like shit. Just feel like shit when you fail. Like feel that that dread that, oh my god, I just fucking relapsed, bro. I'm fucked, bro. And after you feel and just like sit in that fucking feeling of failure, get up and use that feeling, use that like fucking despair to drive you forward, okay? So second tip is to actually reframe what sexual urges are. Now, because of porn addiction, because of all this modern shit, right? You have this like preconception, so to speak, that sexual urges must be acted upon, whether that be through like having sex or like jerking off, right? And that's why you have a NoFap problem. That's why I had a NoFap problem. That's why I still sometimes have NoFap problems. But let's reframe your urge, okay? Your sexual urge, masturbation is not normal. It's not like a human thing to do. Like, it's just some modern shit. Well, it's not modern, but like it's something that humans made up. It's not natural, okay? The only natural use of your sex urge is to have sex. And let's be honest, if you're on NoFap, unless you're like super like just have some problems, you probably don't have a lot of sex. So while you're on NoFap, when you get the sex urge, you don't have anybody to fuck. So what is that urge for? It does not mean to masturbate. It doesn't mean to fucking jerk off. So what does the sex urge mean when you're on NoFap? How do you actually have sex? Like, how do you get to the point when you have sex actively? You need to become like a high value person, right? You need to actually attract a woman. So how do you attract a woman? Through looks, physical attractiveness, muscle, through money, monetary shit, through confidence. So how are you going to attract a woman? Use that sex urge to get the resources you need to actually attract a partner. That is what your urge should be on NoFap. So my second tip for you is reframe your understanding of an urge, of a NoFap, just like a sex drive. Instead of seeing like horny, like the emotion of horniness as like needing to fap, needing to bust a nut, see it as needing to get the resources in order to get a woman to bust a nut in, okay? So that's my second tip for you. And my third tip, the final of this video, is to stop counting streaks. This is a little bit more generic, and you'll probably hear this one a lot, especially in the more self-improvement, holistic, day-by-day oriented community. But it really is a big one. You need to stop counting streaks. When I counted streaks, I would barely even get like past a couple days, yo. But when you don't count streaks, the failure just, it still feels bad, but it feels bad for different reasons, like I talked about in the first one, just ride in that pain. But when you relapse, like, stop counting streaks. It just makes you feel like a failure, but in a bad way. Like, the good kind of failure is the one that like gives you that motivation. It's the one that makes you feel like you're fucked. The bad failure is this like streak kind where it's like, oh, I broke my streak. Like, when you think of it as a numbers game, there are things in life that you should think of as an abundance numbers game, but it's NoFap is not one of them. NoFap is a lifestyle, okay? Stop thinking of it as a streak. Stop counting the days and start living the life. You're gonna start seeing incredible progress. You can track your streak like after you relapse, but like don't even count on that, bro. Just think that you're not gonna relapse, yo. It's mindset, bro. It's a mental fucking game. So yeah, my third tip for you is to stop counting streaks. So these are my top 3 NoFap tips for you. Definitely unconventional. You're not going to hear them a lot in the NoFap community, but I hope this was very helpful to you. NoFap is one of those things that is such a pillar of self-improvement that really, like, if you're not on NoFap, you need to get on it, bro. So good luck to you on your NoFap journey. I hope you wish me luck on mine, and let's all retain our fucking seed together, bro. No homo.